Hi, this is Allison Profit, the creator of the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit, which is happening January 24th through the 28th, 2022. Today, I am so excited to be joined by Brain Bear Butler, and we're going to be doing his Summit Speaker Spotlight interview just to get to know a little bit more about him. Brian's going to be joining us on day number 4 of the summit, which is our Soulful Community Day, and he's going to be a panelist joining us in an engaging discussion around building community in your business as a soulful entrepreneur. So let's dive right in. Hi, Brian. How are you today?
Hi, Allison. I am great. I'm back home from a long extended trip in St. Croix. Very excited.
Super. So I want to give you an opportunity just to introduce a little bit about yourself as well as your business.
Well, I am Brain Bear Butler. My business is Travel West Productions. I created this approximately, shockingly, a year ago. Before that, I ran a mobile mechanic company in the suburbs of Chicago for about 5 years. And that was my first spring into entrepreneurship, self-employment, whatever you want to call it. And ever since then, I've just been helping people, get on their own horse. And it's something I really love doing.
Awesome. So I'd love for you to share in your own journey, what does it mean to you to be a soulful entrepreneur?
That changes a lot. And as of today, it's leading with your heart, your intuition, the little voice of reason inside of you. It's helping other people without expecting anything in return. It's just expressing love in everything you do. That's at least for me for today, right now. That's how I feel about that.
I love that so much. And you talk about kind of giving without expecting anything in return. And I think the law of reciprocity is a really powerful law that we can all lean into a little bit more in our businesses and in our life in general. So I love all of that coming from that place of love and service. So in addition to sharing during the summit how to be more soulful entrepreneurs, we also really want to highlight the importance of fun. And so as part of our application process, we actually asked all of the speakers to share their go-to song, that song that gets them inspired, energized, pumped up. So Brian, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about your go-to song.
My go-to song is Travis Meadows'. The song is called Sideways. And it's a very somber song, but I'm a moody kind of person. And the line in there that really got me was, my father, the only man who ever broke my heart. And I was like, oh man, that really hit me hard in the feels. And I've always thought, like, since he's not around, it allowed me to be whatever I wanted to be. And I see other people with fathers and they quite literally follow in their footsteps. And there's no footsteps to follow. So I was allowed to make my own. And, if I have a kid, I'm going to be like, hey man, go make your own footsteps. Don't do what I do unless he really wants to, or she really wants to. Go for it. But, you gotta let people do what they want to do.
Forging our own paths. I love that. Such a beautiful song. So for all of you that are watching this, we've actually created a playlist of all of our speakers' go-to songs. It's one of our unique features of this summit. We believe that music is a very universal language. So we've put a playlist together so that you can get energized before, during, and after the summit. Some of the songs are definitely dance kind of songs. So we'll have some impromptu dance parties, I'm sure, throughout our event. The link to the playlist is going to be down below in the video description. So we would love to invite you to join us in getting soulful with music. So you're going to be doing a panel discussion with us on Soulful Community Day. What are you most excited about sharing and bringing to that conversation?
I am just really excited to show people my footsteps, show them the path that I took, and see if there's anything along the way that they can take from it. Kind of like a video game. You're walking through like a Zelda, you're walking through a town and little things pop out, little items you can take and put in your pouch, and you can use it later on in your journey. And I really believe talking to people who are much further ahead than you they have so much value to give. And, it's really amazing that we can actually all do this and bring a bunch of people that have completely different experiences, people with way more experience, people with way less experience. And people with even less experience have probably more to say because they just started. And that is enormous. Like, I don't really remember the feelings when I first started. I know there was a lot of fear and doubt inside of me, but, coming from someone who is just starting is extremely valuable to me because it's going to make me remember what I felt when I first started. And that feeling, I bet you, probably doesn't go away when you dive head into a new project or some other endeavor that you're creating.
Yeah, I love that. The everything that you're saying, it really highlights the important factor of like why we have to have community. Being an entrepreneur can be really lonely, especially if you are not, a bigger company and have a team of people, and maybe you aren't really at a place where you're outsourcing any of your work and you're truly doing it all by yourself. And that can be really isolating and lonely and defeating. And so by coming together with a community of people that are trying to do their business, not in that old, stodgy, traditional way, but in that more heart-centered, soul-aligned way of making decisions and leading our clients through our work in a soulful way. I mean, sure, it's like, yeah, you can have contracts for your work, but like, how can you be just like a real good, soulful human in like that contract negotiation process? You don't need to be kind of just like this driving, scary, businessy force. And I think sometimes people in the soulful entrepreneurship vibe, they feel like, well, maybe the only way I'm going to succeed is in these other more traditional ways. So the community aspect, I think, is my favorite part because it shows you that no, like you can be successful even going in this direction. So I love that. And I'm really excited to just kind of have you in on the conversation. So we're going to head into a rapid fire question round. These are just a couple of questions to get to know Brian a little bit more on a personal level. So are you ready?
Let's go.
Sunrise or sunset?
You know what? That's changed. It's definitely changed. Sunsets after being in St. Croix, they looked like the painting behind you. It was literally out of this world over there with sunsets.
Beautiful. Beach or mountain?
Still a mountain guy though.
Yeah. All right, cool. The favorite book that you read in 2021?
Green Lights, Matthew McConaughey.
That's a good
really
one.
good.
I read that one. Yeah. And the biggest takeaway from 2021 that you've had?
Life is really, really hard and lonely, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Again, community and just knowing just everything will be okay. That's it.
Yeah, I love that. And having community helps lift us up when it's hard for us to see those things. So that's awesome. Well, Brian, it was super nice getting to chat with you a little bit. And if you're watching this, we want to personally invite you to join us at the 2022 Soulful Entrepreneur Summit. You can find more details about the event as well as get your ticket at getsoulfulsuccess.com. The link is in the description below, along with the link to our playlist. And we can't wait to have all of you join us in the community for the entire summit. Thanks again so much, Brian, for joining us today.
Thank you.